All right, welcome into your 15-minute weather. I'm meteorologist John Zeigler with meteorologist Courtney Aitken. How you doing?
Good. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Today's a great day. I always love your first, because it's your first of everything in Minnesota.
Yep.
It's chaos out there.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe a lot of things I can't believe right now.
What can you not believe most?
Well, I can't believe that March is almost over. I can't believe that it's going to
true.
be 70s today, probably, right? We're still looking at low 70s.
We'll crank it, yeah.
And then we're looking at not just rain, but likely some snow later this week.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of things that I can't believe
Welcome to Minnesota.
right now. Yeah.
I always just pinch myself. So the northern half of the state, I genuinely classify April as winter. Like Duluth, because did I tell you the story about how much snow that Duluth got?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm like a grandpa who says the same story 9 times.
Well, I feel like there's multiple Duluth snow stores just because they get so much up there.
Yeah, so yeah. I in 2014, I was in Duluth in April, and they had 52 inches of snow just in April alone. 52. And that was the most snow they ever had. Wow. And it was that day that I was like, okay, so April's not, but
most they ever had in April? Or
ever.
Most they
ever. Any month ever.
Wow.
So the most snow.
in April.
Exactly. So it's like, all right,
good night.
Maybe night.
Night.
So you have to like lower your expectations here, but also just enjoy the weather like today when you have it. But Minneapolis, what I'm trying to say is the southern half of the state, I do think spring is now.
Yeah.
I would say even in Minneapolis, even if it snows this week, we have settled into spring. Spring just comes with white stuff sometimes here. That's it.
There you go.
But northern Minnesota, they don't ever get spring.
Doesn't seem like it.
It's just only winter there. I love Duluth. I do. I don't like living there.
That's fair.
All right. So let's get to this wild weather. So obviously we're going to be talking a lot about today's the last warm day, and I don't want to ignore the fact that we have even a little severe weather threats.
We do. So let's get you through the short term, and then we'll get into the forecast kind of for the rest of the week. We were just chit-chatting about likely going to have a weather impact alert. We are going to have a weather impact alert for Thursday, so if you tune in later today, that'll be in the forecast. But for now, gorgeous start to the day. This was your sunrise earlier, mainly clear, couple of clouds kind of filtering in there. Today is going to be spectacular. We're looking at some lower 70s, pretty substantial temperature gradient here. 70s for the Twin Cities and areas on off to the south, upper 70s, even some 80s for that southwestern pocket of the state. No snow there, always gets warm. Now we're going to see some 50s and 60s up to the north, St. Cloud, Brainerd, Alexandria. Pretty mild day there. Once you get north of Grand Rapids, though, it's still cold, 30s. That's as high as you go today in International Falls. So there is some cold air lingering on up to the north. Now, as we get into tonight, tomorrow morning, low 40s, pretty manageable start to the day in the Twin Cities. A little bit closer to freezing, though, for St. Cloud, 31 in Brainerd. You'll be in the freezer there, 20s further to the north. And then tomorrow afternoon, still looks like a pretty decent day. We were just talking about this. But if you really love the warmth tomorrow, you might be a little bit irritated just because we're going to lose roughly 20-25 degrees in the afternoon. So compared to today, tomorrow afternoon will be 20-25 degrees cooler. So 50, still okay, just cooler than today. We also have more of those 50s off to the south. Very windy day, especially for Mankato, Rochester, Jackson. You get the idea. Upper 30s in Duluth tomorrow, 41 in Brainerd. Now looking at the rest of the week, it's going to be active. So really any given day, there's a chance for some precipitation. And I say precipitation, not just rain or snow, because we have the chance of seeing both on this 7-day. So I'll step on out of the way. Today, gorgeous. We don't have that chance of precip during the day. We're going to hit 70s. Keep in mind the average high is 49, so that's pretty good. Tomorrow we're closer to average, a high of 50. It'll be kind of breezy. We do have the chance for some liquid showers during the day. And then as we get into the middle of the week, getting more active with the chance for some mixed precipitation, so meaning rain and snow, and that carries over into your Friday, which is the Twins home opener. So we'll be watching that one closely, and we even have that chance for a rain-snow mix into your Saturday with highs basically in the 40s and 50s. Today is really the only choice day, John, I would say.
Choice day.
choice.
Right. The other ones
my
are
pick.
the other ones are classic Minnesotan days where you're like, it's not so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but it's like
not so bad.
Right. It's like there's a meme with the guy's face who's frozen. He's like, at least there aren't mosquitoes out right now, you know?
Yeah. Yesterday, I was walking around and it was, it felt fine. It was like, it's not so bad type thing. And it was the first time that I saw somebody and I was like, wow, they're a little bit too bundled up.
Yes.
Because usually I feel like that's me.
Because you're
Because I'm cold.
Texonian.
Yeah,
What is it actually called? Texan?
Texan, yeah. But Texonian. I like that. But yesterday, this was probably like, it was after the Sunday morning show. This was maybe like 9 a.m. I think we're in like the 40s at that point, near 50.
Yeah.
There was somebody walking around and they had a big puffy coat and mittens on, but they weren't just any mittens. They were like made out of ski coat material.
Really?
And that was the first time that I was like, all right, usually it's me being a little bit dramatic.
So somebody failed.
Somebody failed. I don't know. Could have been me. I mean, I was on TV yesterday morning, but I don't recall saying that you need your mittens.
I do feel really, it is interesting. Minnesotans are actually softer than you think.
Are you?
No, I'm hard. Like I'm a
but
tough
not me
guy.
though. But not me though.
No, I mean like it depends. I just think like you could see like I started talking about snow online. People start freaking out. They are freaking out. We say it's normal here, but I can just tell you by the algorithms, people are freaking out about the snow.
But is it fair to say that like it's the time of year? Because I think people freak out because they're like, why is it not over yet?
It's still surprising to us. That's what I think. It's more so like we've been in Minnesota our whole life. We know, but it's still shocking to us.
It's still shocking.
I don't know why. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, dude, this happens.
Yeah.
All the time. Yet everyone freaks out, and it's only like an inch or two, or maybe 3 inches of snow.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I remember, and this is down in Madison. This was where I was like, okay. It was, it must have been like May 3rd or to May 5th, and it was Mother's Day. We had 5 inches of snow.
Wow.
And that one in Madison. And I was like, okay. I mean, Wisconsin's the same as Minnesota, right? Madison actually averages more snow than Minneapolis, if you didn't know that.
Okay. Is it the latitude?
No, it's way further south.
Okay.
It's the fact that they get hit by more Colorado lows. Not sure why. We could debate that later. Also, Minneapolis is hotter than Madison.
Is it the urban heat island?
No, it's the fact that we're further away from bodies of water.
Oh, I gotcha.
So like if you think our weather's crazy, Bismarck is clinically insane.
Yeah, that's...
They average 100 degrees in the summer for highs. Not exact, but high 90s. They'll be in the hundreds all the time. But then in the winter, they're like negative 50. So they're the coldest spot in the country and the hottest spot in the country. It's amazing.
I had a friend from North Dakota in college, and just like some of the things that she would say sometimes, like you can just tell, like people from that part of the country just like built different.
Oh, they are hardy because they're like, oh, they close the roads again for 9 days. Like,
I'm like,
oh yeah, our roads just don't open in the winter. Like it's wild.
That is wild. Because
Yeah.
I think like anywhere that gets snow, there's always some roads that are like, okay, that'll probably close.
Right.
May not be open till spring, but for them, it's like,
Oh, it's bad.
it's major.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know how we went on the Bismarck train. Or did I screwed up the graphics trend? Now we're ready. We're back on.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
All
there
right.
we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry I screwed you up on the first round.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine.
All right. So back to the weather headlines here. I'll discuss a little bit about the severe threat. We'll take a look at some snow and what we really expect right now. But what do we know? We know there's going to be a major drop in temperatures on Tuesday. We know that. And again, Courtney already talked about it. We'll talk more about, since she already discussed that, we'll talk about the snow. That's what everybody wants to talk about, right? Here is the radar this morning. So it wouldn't be me without drawing. Courtney loves my drawings.
I do.
They're professional. So here's the warm front. Canada, hey, by the way, Canada's still cold. People always ask me, why is there more severe weather at this time of the year? And I'm like, because Canada has a snowpack. So it's cold up there. So anything north of this, you have a wind out of the east. Okay, right? Okay, that's how that works. And then the wind goes out of the south. So who's warm? We are. This is the warm bubble. There's also a cold front in here, and the cold front is out here. Okay, nice cold front. So this is what we call the triple point right here. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Now, why are we not getting severe weather here? Well, it's in the morning, it's too cloudy, and it's not warm enough. So what's going to happen here is you're going to see, hold on, let me get rid of some of these sweet drawings here. Hold on. Okay, so this area is going to move down here. So I'm always looking for the triple point, right? Triple point is where the low and the cold front and the warm front collide. That's the most shear in the atmosphere. But again, you're looking for that zone during the afternoon and evening if we can pop thunderstorms. So this is actually going to be moved down here, and we're going to get colder and actually start pulling in some of that mixed precip tomorrow morning. But you want to watch that boundary and where that is located here. So you're going to see, if I just redrew this, what's going on here is you've got that low pressure center. You're like, please, Lord, stop drawing. Okay, so here is the cold front. I'm going to get better at this. And then warm front. Okay, cool. So you're going to see only a few isolated thunderstorms. This is what we call a conditional threat. So you're going to see a couple of these right here. Possible. This is going to be high. Since it's warm, it's very unstable aloft. We're going to have a lot of updraft into these. So hail is going to be the main factor here. But it's going to be mainly down into Wisconsin. So you got to pick and choose what do you want. Do you want hail? Do you want severe weather? Do you want tornadoes? Do you want to be in the 80s? Or do you want to have snow? There is no in between. You got to pick. At least we don't have earthquakes. So we'll watch that here tonight. And these will be moving through. So you're going to see a beautiful day. 52 degrees up to 72. Now, northern Minnesota, because of that warm front, no, you're not going to be warm. The warm front and that boundary, it's just shifting. So all the cold air is just slowly coming in. And where's the severe weather? Where it's warmest, right? It's not that hard. You just find the boundary. You're like, okay, 68, 77. There must be a boundary here. Yep, right on the metro. Fire's just southeast of it. Duluth, poor Duluth, 40 degrees. Have you seen the high in Duluth? Speaking of my favorite place in the world, I do love Duluth, but I do love making fun of Duluth as well. Oh, dang it. Anyways, I can't find it. It's on the system. But the high yesterday was like in the 30s, and everybody else was in the 70s. It's like 30. It was like 70 out here. No, Bemidji, more sweater weather here today. Let's get to the snow quick. I will show you this before we get moving on here, but you'll see this little pop. The models don't bring a whole lot of precip here, and I have to use the ugly Euro. Euro is great, right? But when you're this close, you want to use the short-term model so it looks sexy on TV because it shows you like, oh, look at those little like nice, it's more high resolution. Euro's not high resolution, so it's blobby. But what do we know if I'm using the Euro? There's probably going to be a cell or two in here. It's not going to actually look like that, but it shows me where the model's showing the precip. So again, Rochester, La Crosse, that's where it popped, and then it moved down the 90-94 corridor, so near Toma. These are some spots where we are expecting that hail. And then the front will pass, and then we'll get into what is probably going to be a little light snow in the morning in northern Minnesota. I looked for accumulation on this, about half an inch. No impacts from it. Temperatures, they will be falling. You can see us dropping to the 30s or 40s here on Tuesday, 49 degrees Tuesday, and then let's go to Wednesday. Yes, it gets worse. Go from 72 to 34. Courtney loves it.
I love it.
She loves it. I don't know. I actually do like it. It keeps you on your toes. It's fun. It's actually fun. My favorite place to forecast. My least favorite place to forecast was Charlotte. Boring weather. All right, so here's 6:40 on Wednesday. Now, this is no April Fool's joke, which is going to be, I don't know how to joke about this, but yes, we expect snow. What's going to happen, though? So this is almost better chance for some light snow at night. The push of warmth comes in, and it's almost too much. So we'll probably change this over to a mix, and the better chance for accumulating snow, in my opinion, looks like it's central Minnesota. Looks like areas of Madison down towards Iowa. This is more of a push of warmth. And I just, oopie. It was a hard ope. Oop or ope?
Ope.
Okay, so I have that right there. This is kind of what I'm thinking right now. And we'll just freeze it on here. I don't know how much time we have left, but.
It's funny because you can see the low is like blocking our timer, so I have no idea how much time we have left. I think like a minute.
40 seconds. Wow, I can't even see it. Yeah, our timer's in red and that low. Sorry about that. I think this is a good shot to leave it on so you understand Thursday. Mainly snow north of the metro. Makes sense. It's further north. It's colder. There's going to be a lot of warmth coming in, and you never want to overcall for snow at this time of the year.
Yeah.
I've been burned so many times, in my career, calling for snow in April. Just let it happen.
Yeah. And it probably will.
It'll snow. We just don't know how long, how much. I would say a sloppy inch or so Thursday. Better chances, unfortunately, Saturday.
All right. We shall see.
White Easter pictures.
Yes, exactly. Bye.
Bye.